Hey guys, Happy Splasher here. Good evening. So now we are going to do some league battles. And so, yeah, we got cut off this morning because I had to go to work, but that is okay. We'll have the battles now. So yeah, let's get right into it. Okay, so currently right now we are actually in League 1. We were able to catch up and have a new squad to get through it. We can actually take a look at the squad now. And so this is what we're using. As you see, mostly a combination of female heroes. A lot of them can deal damage or have extra attack, given by both the Discordia over here and the Charon. We have the Masuras over here for some summons, as well as the Deadlord, followed by the damage with the Grace and the Yorick, and then also some negation with the Blair and then the Yoster. So yeah, it also works because the Charon can set up the board in case we do fall behind, and then we can use our extra attack with either the Grace or the Yorick to get back the board. Okay, so yeah, so let us switch over to the league. Okay, currently right now we have 6 spots available. We're saving these other 2 chests for the world event, which is going to happen in 2 days. So yeah, so let's get it started. Okay, let's take a look at the squad that we're facing. So you can see we have the Masuras, we have Yoster, some damage over here with Aphrodite, and then also damage to our heroes with both the Maiten and the Grace over here. Okay, I'm gonna hold off on using the Deadlord for when the Shamuna comes out, because that's our only form of removal. And for now, we'll start with the... we'll start with the Yoster first. That way, if we do get our board wiped, we can actually counter off with the Yorick. Otherwise, if we start with the Yorick first, we could get countered by the Yoster, and then we have to find an answer for that. And we started for damage early. Don't want to waste our damage against these buildings. Also want to give some protection to our Yoster here. We're facing an Ogre with the Silence and the Stones, along with the Heal. Also has the Sentry Pet that gives an attack boost for when their heroes come on play. And then we have right here the Masuras already. Let's see, combat. It could potentially get rid of all of them. So we'll do our Vampire Summon, and then we'll follow it up with our Grace for some damage.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we have enough damage to destroy the Masura copy. Okay, we have combat to destroy the other one. And then combat with our Yoster. We can also set up for a board wipe next turn with the Yoster for damage. So here, so we have damage over there. 1, 2, 3, 4. So not quite enough for lethal, but we will get rid of the Yoster now. Let's see, so we'll have combat over there. That's possible. Yeah, we can actually go for, we can try and go for lethal now. Yeah, okay, so we'll do our Discordia first. This Discordia will give an extra attack to our heroes. In this case, it actually gave the extra damage over to the Grace, so it can deal with random damage. Okay, and so we're a little out of lethal, but that's okay. Okay, they did their silence, which is fine. We'd rather draw out the silence now, so that way we can use our other hero skills. Okay, we have the Grace over here dealing its own damage. We're going to summon the Yorick to destroy our Discordia. The Yorick will get an attack boost when it destroys a hero, and that'll be enough for lethal over here. Okay, moving on. Okay, looks like they're going first. Let's take a look at their squad. Okay, no Masuras this time, but they have the Ariak over here with the invulnerability and also the bleeding. We have the Mr. Flap, they'll give a health boost to their heroes. Have negation with the Groot, and then also some extra damage with the Malia and the Ghosta. Okay, we're going to get rid of this Ghosta now. It's a matter of how we're going to do it. Let's see, combat. The York is fine over here. When it comes into play, it deals damage, destroying the Ghosta, an attack boost, and then go for some damage this way. Okay, we have the heal. Let's also take a look at their sentry pet. It gives a decent amount of attack. Okay, we got the Dragara with the attack boost for every hero that's on the field. Going to summon our Vampire and then also summon our Blair on A1 here. We'll set the health of the ranged hero to 5, and then with our Vampire also getting Pierce from the Blair, we can destroy both the building and the Dragara.
Whoa!
Okay, we have the Scrap over here that has the attack steal once one of our heroes except a building is destroyed. If we have anything for that, we can do that. Yeah, it's not too bad. We'll do our Deadlord, transform the rat over here, have some combat damage, and then our vampire damage at the end of the turn will destroy the zombie, giving us some health. Could have summoned the Yoster to silence it, but I'd rather just get rid of the hero altogether, and then we could also silence some other heroes if I'm on play. This one for you. So in this case, let's see, combat. Okay, we'll summon the Yoster over here on D1 to silence the Ariok so that we can get rid of the invulnerability and then destroy the hero. At this point now we have a pretty good board. If they do silence, we have answers with the Masura and then also potentially the Charon with the extra attack runes. Or they can give up. That works too. Okay, moving on. Okay, looks like we're starting first. Let's take a look at their squad. Okay, so they have some extra attackers with the Dominus over here and also the Charn of their own. They have some board disruption with the Mizu and then also some damage with the Epic Dragara, followed by some block with the Shimuna. I'm going to start with the Charn on the damage rune over here. And that way we can also get the most amount of extra attack runes, which we will need for some damage. Okay, we have a couple of options. Next turn we could place the Grace over here in B1. We can also do the Yoster as well to help us set up for a board wipe. Okay, well, we have the Dominus as mentioned before. It does adjacent damage and also gets a health boost for every hero that it destroys. See if we have enough here. So combat, there. This is on. And potentially. Here, we'll do our Vampire, and then we'll also follow it up with the... Yeah, sure, why not? We'll start with the Grace over here. So it has that random damage that will deal 7 times, and that'll happen again. Okay, we'll also give an attack boost to our Vampire because our Grace did destroy something. And so we might actually have lethal next turn if the Grace is not blocked, and if not, we can actually summon another hero on the extra attack rune and go from there.
Yeah!
Okay, this is fine. So we have the Koshi over here that gives negative attack to our heroes, summoning the Deadlord over here to transform this melee hero. It does get a health boost for every zombie that we summon, but again, the transform will take care of that. And then finally our Vampire will destroy this at the end of the turn with its damage skill. Okay, we have the silence now, so no more extra attacks happening to Grace, but that is fine. We still have our extra attack runes over here.
Yeah!
Okay, as seen, we have the Shimuna here with the Shard that will give it Mental Shield, and then also serve as a blocker. We'll summon our Yoster on the extra attack rune on C1. Go for some damage, and then potentially set up for lethal next turn with the board wipe. Okay, they summon their own Yoster. Not really a big deal now. We'll do our destruction. also follow with the York on A1, destroying the zombie, get an attack boost, and that should be enough for lethal. Okay, gonna grab this wind chest over here, and then we'll continue on. As we're currently now in League 1, we will get the rewards. So in this case, I can see 1,400 copies, which is very nice for a wind chest. Okay, got a couple more battles. Okay, we got the Drogon pet this time around. Let's take a look at their squad as usual. Okay, no Masoras, but they do have a lot of Order heroes. We have the Legion and the Fury combo for extra attacks and extra damage. We have the Diana over here that can get a large attack boost from when it attacks, and that'll combo with the Discordia over here. And then we also have some extra damage to our heroes with the Grace and the Strick, followed by some disruption on our board with the Leader Nilin, and then also the Hoshi as normal. Okay, we do want to get rid of this Fury as it does have those extra attacks, and so let's see what makes sense here. I'm probably going to go with the Deadlord for now. That way we can also get our zombies on the board and then use them as combos for attack boost on our York. Okay, we have the health boost given to the Warlord. Okay, we have that Diana as mentioned before, so he gets a health boost for every hero or every enemy that is on the field, and then whenever it attacks, he gets a health bonus. I'm gonna summon the York to actually block off the Diana, as if it does get the double attack from the Discordia, it will go for lethal that way. So at the very least, with the York having Reborn, it will be able to block it. It'll be able to block both attacks potentially. Okay, we have the Grace over here with the random damage, and again giving an attack boost over to the Diana. Not really an issue right now, especially since they're both wounded. Seeing if we have any other answers over here. Combat. Yeah, this should be fine. We'll summon our Grace to destroy both the Diana, and then with the random damage to destroy the Grace. Then we'll go with damage this way. We want to save our destruction for when we do have a good lock on the board. And right now it's okay. I mean, we still have that silence to be worried about, which happened now. And we can recover with our Yoster and then also our Charn if we need to. Okay, so the Koshi came out, gave the negative attack. We'll summon our... here. I'm going to summon the Yoster to block the Koshi and also silence it. Blocking it because this Yoster has flight, so because this melee hero does not have flight, we'll be able to stop the damage over here. And then we're also setting up for a board wipe next turn, assuming we do have one of our other heroes. Okay, so the Leader Nilin is out. Good combat over there. Summon the Charn. This Charn will deal chaos damage whenever one of our other heroes attacks. And then also we have those extra attack moves that you see. Plus we have the mental shield given to one of our heroes whenever one of the enemies attack. Okay, so once again we have the Fury. We also have that Drogon pet that deals damage whenever a male hero destroys something. As you can see, most of their heroes, if not all of them, are male, except for the Diana, the Grace, and the Discordia over here. Let's see, combat. Seeing what else we can do over here. Yeah, this is fun. We'll summon the Masora over here on A2. It'll be able to attack twice because it's on the extra attack roll. And this next copy over here won't be able to attack, but this one will. It'll be enough to destroy the Fury, and then we have all of our lanes blocked, and then also we get the health boost from the Yoster at the end. So So at this point now, we drew out the stones, and we should have a board wipe, assuming they don't have an answer for our Yoster.
Whoa!
Okay, another Koishi, which is okay. Let's see here, combat. Yeah, we'll do it. All right, so we'll do our vampire summon. As you can see, our Masura copies do get an attack boost for every hero that we end up summoning. We'll do our destruction to wipe off the board. And let's see, got that. Not sure if we have it. 1, 2, 3. This will be destroyed in that. 100. Oh, okay. Yeah, this gets to work. All right. We'll summon the York on the extra attack rune over here. We'll destroy our Charn, and we'll give this an attack boost. Okay, we have the extra attacks happening, and oh, this is enough here. Okay, great. Was gonna do our Call of Witch, but instead the York does have enough attack, and because of those extra attack runes, go for some big damage on that turn. Okay, yeah, let's keep going. It's working out pretty well right now. Okay, got a large Drogon and Warlord this time. Let's take a look at the squad. Okay, ooh, okay. So this time they have a large Grimoire Nightchild with the curses. We have damage coming out from the Freddy to our, was it non-chaos heroes? Large Yoster, also attack steal, and then my 10. Okay, yeah, we're gonna be in for a fight here. Alright, let's start with our, yeah, sure. Well, let's start with the Charn first. Get some extra attack runes, and then also deal some chaos damage over to the building over here. See how big that Drogon pet is, so yeah, some decent damage. Okay, so once again we have the Fury with the extra attacks. Gonna hold off on using the Yoster until later after the silence. So for now we will summon the yeah, we'll summon the Charn over here on A2. It'll work as a blocker and then allow us to have the extra attack rune behind the York if needed.
Whoa!
Ooh, okay. So we have the Freddy over here, came into play, dealt damage to all our non-chaos heroes, and then we took some extra damage because of the My 10. Okay, big issue right now is that they'll still have their scrap, which once the silence goes off, they'll be able to attack us for lethal. But we do need to get rid of this Freddy now anyway, so yeah, it's the best play possible. So you'll see right here what usually ends up being the play. So silence, and then probably a scrap over in lane C or A, followed by damage to our Warlord. Again, it's a unavoidable play, especially since they... Did we go first? No, we did. Yeah, we went first. We didn't have any other blockers, so that's what ended up happening. That's okay. Let's keep going. It also didn't help that they had a lot of high health and they had level 26 legendaries. Okay, they're starting first this time. Let's see what their squad is like.
Yeah.
Oop. Uh-oh. Where's said squad? Oh, okay. There it was. All right. I saw the Dragar come out. Okay. No Masuras this time, but we do have the Dragar for some damage. We have the Yoster for some negation. Other silence over here with the Alexandria. We have some health boosts with the Tortoise. And some extra damage with the York itself. All right. So we don't have anything to get rid of the Dragar right now, but let's see what we can do. I guess we can block for the time being. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, we'll actually do both. So we'll do the Vampire Summon, and that'll actually be enough to destroy that. And summon our Grace behind on C1. And oh, okay, great. Our random damage was enough to destroy both the building and the Dragar over here. If the Vampire wasn't summoned, we would place our Grace behind the building here with the mental shield, so at least then we could potentially do the random damage over 2 turns to destroy the Dragar. Okay, we have the Shimuna here with the Shard and the mental shield. Because of that, we'll summon our Dead Lord here on C3. Also, we'll get the zombies that will help us protect this building, and then also our lanes. Okay, so at this point now, we've destroyed 1 hero. And if we get 6 more, we'll get extra attacks, but they still have their silence skill, so it's unlikely, but it is something to be factored into for the next couple of turns.
Woo!
Okay, so we have the Yoster silencing our male heroes. Combat. So we're going to spread out the damage. We'll summon our Blair on D1. We'll set the range health of the Yoster to 5. Then we'll let our random damage destroy both of these heroes, with the building and the Yoster. And, oh, looks like we do have our 7 too. Oh, there you go. Nice. Okay, we got 1 more battle, and hopefully we'll end it up there. Okay, we already see the sentry pet coming. Let's take a look at their squad. Okay, so they have Vixen for freeze and also attack steal. We have attack steal as well with the scrap. The Koshi we've seen as normal. We have the damage for the Maiten and then also the silence with the group. Okay, we'll start with the Masuras and we'll place him on a 3. Reason why is because we want to get the most amount of copies as possible, so that's why we summon on the top as opposed to the bottom. And every one of our copies did attack that turn, so good push on the board, I would say, in terms of damage, and then also some pressure.
Yeah!
Okay, so we have the scrap dealing the attack steal. We'll need to get rid of this now, and so let's see here, combat. Going to use our York to deal the damage. Okay, and we'll save our Grace for after the silence goes off, as we don't have enough damage to go for lethal right now. Even with best case scenario, is probably Discordia for us.
Whoa!
Ooh. Okay, so we have the Maiten dealing damage to all of our heroes. In this case, we will summon the Dead Lord now to get rid of this hero. And then also those zombies to help us block for our York and the lanes here. Excuse me.
Whoa!
Okay, so they have their own York. Let's see, combat. Okay, we can get rid of this York now with the Yoster, seeing if we have any other ways to get around this. So let's see, combat once, twice, 3 times. Damage is 106, and our vampire is 139, so we can actually survive 1 of these attempts. Yeah, I think we'll go with that. So we'll summon our Arch Vampire, then we'll follow up with our Charm behind the zombie here. Going to waste this attack rune, but I guess it's okay for now, just to defend. So we'll deal some chaos damage for the Charm for every time one of our heroes attacks. And then we have enough damage to cycle out the Reborn and then the Reborn York. Also good RNG. Alright, so we have the Dragar that came out. It was protected, the Dead Lord over here was protected by the Shield of the Charon. Summon the Blair over here to set the range health to 5. Just run it over. Let's go for damage right now. Could have done it with the Grace too, but again, we want to draw out that silence if we can. And rather use weaker heroes first. So there we go. So we draw the silence. And then here are the stones. So looks like next turn we're going to summon our Yoster to help us set up for a board wipe. Otherwise, if we need to destroy a hero, we can summon the Grace. Although it won't be direct damage just because of the random damage. So okay, this is fine. I do know that they do have a Groot. Let me just double check and see if that's the case. Yeah, so they do have a Groot. So in that case, we don't want to summon our Yoster over here because then the Groot could silence all these heroes. But we will summon the York. We'll summon the Yoster anyways, so that we can at least stop the attack steal and the freeze. Yeah, I didn't see a health boost given to all of our heroes for every female on our side. As expected, the Groot did come up, so that is alright. I guess now this is because we did draw out the Groot, we'll go for our Grace with the random damage. Okay. I wanted to wound the Vixen over here, but this is fine. Ooh, okay. Got some damage gonna happen soon here. So let's see, combat over there. Over there. Do they have the scrap again? I totally forgot if they did. Normally I don't look back at their squad this often, but this is fine for now. Okay, we're gonna give it one more turn. So what happens is here, we're gonna summon our York in V2. We'll destroy the stone over here and then just destroy the... Oh, thought we were just going to destroy the jar, but the Vixen goes off too. And at this point now, we want to protect most of our lanes so that we don't get hit by the scrap and the large attack steal.
Yeah! Whoa!
Okay, do we have enough for lethal? We do not, because of that negative attack given by the Koshi over here. So instead, what we'll do is we'll summon our Discordia and just give some random damage over to some heroes. Or extra attack over to some heroes. And then we're setting up for our next turn, which hopefully will be the board wipe. We still have Mental Shield given to our heroes from the Charon over here.
Yeah!
Okay, so it was just enough in order to block, which is good. Did want to draw out that damage. For destruction, get rid of those, and then we'll follow it up with, let's see, combat. No attack steal happening over here, but what we can do is... I guess we'll just go for damage now. So we'll summon our witches. Then we'll follow it up with the... No, hey, we can actually summon one of these. We can summon another Charon. We'll go for some damage, get an extra attack rune, and then when one of the enemies attacks, we'll get 2 mental shields, potentially protecting 2 witches. And then we can use them to attack next turn instead of them being destroyed. Okay, that is not what I wanted to see. So that my 10 with the board wipe over there. We can still give some extra attacks, why not? So we'll summon the Grace on the extra attack rune. Hopefully give extra damage, extra attack boost over to this Grace. So now this one will actually be able to go for damage. It does have those 7 extra attacks, it just doesn't have any... It didn't have any attack before because of the attack steal from the scrap a few turns ago. So at this point now, this Grace here is a threat, and if they don't block this Grace, we still have this Grace that landed on the extra attack rune, and we can follow up with lethal over there. Okay, so as mentioned, we will... Well, we'll just skip the turn and we'll show you what happens, so... got our random damage happening again, and then the rest of the combat damage from the other attacks. So a little longer battle, again, because of the attack steal happening with the scrap, and then also the negative attack given by the Koshi, but we did have enough heroes on the board to overcome all the negation and the attack steal. So yeah, so that was League. As you can see, pretty good battles and a pretty good record for going back into League 1. Only lost, what, 1 or 2 battles? And so matchups were all right. Probably going to stick with this for now, and we'll take it into the next season, which starts in a couple of days. So yeah, so thanks guys for tuning in, and yeah, this is Happy Splasher, signing off.